Welcome back, dear listeners, to another spine-chilling episode of 101 Ghost Stories. I'm your host, Greg, and today we're embarking on a terrifying journey through the top 7 most haunted places in the United Kingdom. The UK is rich with history, and with that history comes tales of the supernatural, ghostly encounters, and haunted locations that will send shivers down your spine. Before we dive into these ghostly tales, I want to take a moment to thank our loyal subscribers for their continued support and extend a warm welcome to our new listeners. If you enjoy this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest stories. Now, brace yourselves as we uncover the eerie secrets of some of the UK's most haunted locations. Haunted place number 7, Borley Rectory, Essex. Our journey begins in Essex, where we find Borley Rectory, often referred to as the most haunted house in England. Built in 1862, the rectory quickly gained a reputation for its intense paranormal activity, attracting the attention of renowned paranormal investigator Harry Price. The haunting of Borley Rectory began shortly after its construction. The first reports included sightings of a ghostly nun who was seen walking the grounds. According to local legend, the nun was bricked up alive in the walls of a convent that once stood on the site after she attempted to elope with a monk. Her restless spirit is said to wander the property in eternal sorrow. One of the most famous incidents occurred in 1900 when the 4 daughters of the rector reported seeing the ghostly figure of the nun in broad daylight. This sighting was followed by a series of unexplained events, including the sound of footsteps, strange tapping noises, and objects moving on their own. The activity at Borley Rectory intensified after the arrival of Reverend Lionel Foyster and his wife, Mary Ann, in 1930. Mary Ann experienced numerous unsettling events, including being thrown from her bed, having objects hurled at her, and witnessing messages written on the walls. Reverend Foyster attempted multiple exorcisms, but the hauntings only grew more intense. Harry Price conducted several investigations at Borley Rectory, documenting a range of phenomena, from ghostly apparitions to poltergeist activity. He even published a book detailing his findings, which further cemented the rectory's reputation as a hotspot for the supernatural. Tragically, Borley Rectory was severely damaged by a fire in 1939 and was subsequently demolished in 1944. However, the site remains a focal point for paranormal enthusiasts, with many visitors reporting strange occurrences and eerie sensations even in the absence of the original building. With its rich history of ghostly sightings and intense paranormal activity, Borley Rectory remains one of the most compelling and terrifying haunted locations in the UK. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the stories from Borley Rectory are sure to leave you questioning what lies beyond the veil. Haunted place number 6, Pluckley Village, Kent. Next, we venture to Kent, home to what is often called the most haunted village in England, Pluckley. This picturesque village, with its serene countryside charm, hides a dark secret. It's reputedly haunted by at least 12 different spirits, each with their own eerie tale. One of the most famous spirits is the Watercress Woman, often seen near Pinnock Bridge. Legend has it that she was an old gypsy who made a living selling watercress from the stream. Tragically, she met her end in a fire, and now her ghost, cloaked in tattered rags and often seen smoking a pipe, is said to wander the area where she died. Another well-known apparition is the Red Lady of St. Nicholas Church. She is said to be the ghost of Lady Deering, buried in 7 lead coffins to preserve her body. Her spectral figure, draped in a red cloak, is often seen mourning over the grave of her lost infant child. Adding to the village's spectral lore is the White Lady, another member of the Deering family, who has been seen in the same churchyard. The Screaming Man of Pluckley is perhaps the most terrifying of all. Legend holds that this unfortunate soul was a miller who suffered a gruesome death after being crushed by the mill's machinery. His blood-curdling screams are said to echo through the ruins of the old mill, terrifying those who dare to visit after dark. Greystone's house, an old mansion in the village, is also the site of ghostly phenomena. Here, the restless spirit of a highwayman is said to roam. The highwayman was reportedly stabbed with a sword and pinned to a tree by lawmen, and his ghost now haunts the grounds where he met his grisly end. Pluckley Village, with its numerous ghosts and spine-chilling tales, offers a glimpse into a world where the past never truly dies. Its haunted reputation continues to attract ghost hunters and thrill seekers from all over, hoping to catch a glimpse of the supernatural. Haunted place number 5. Chillingham Castle, Northumberland. Our journey now takes us to Northumberland, to the imposing Chillingham Castle. Known as one of the most haunted castles in England, Chillingham has a dark history that stretches back to the 13th century, making it a hotspot for ghostly encounters. The castle's grim history includes its use as a stronghold during the border wars between England and Scotland. Its dungeons and torture chambers bear witness to the brutality of the past, with countless prisoners subjected to unimaginable suffering. Many believe that the spirits of these tortured souls still linger within the castle's walls. One of the most famous ghosts of Chillingham Castle is the Blue Boy. This spectral figure is said to haunt the Pink Room, where guests have reported hearing terrifying cries and moans at the stroke of midnight. According to legend, the cries cease with a bright blue flash, and the figure of a young boy dressed in blue appears. During renovations, the bones of a child were discovered behind a wall, along with remnants of a blue dress, lending credence to the haunting. Another well-known apparition is the White Lady, believed to be the spirit of Lady Mary Berkeley. Lady Mary was the wife of Lord Grey of Wark and Chillingham, who abandoned her for her sister. Heartbroken, she wanders the castle searching for her lost love. Visitors have reported feeling a chilling presence and seeing a ghostly figure dressed in white gliding through the halls. The castle's torture chamber is also reputedly haunted. This gruesome room, filled with medieval torture devices, is said to be the domain of John Sage, a former torturer at the castle. Sage was known for his cruelty and met a violent end himself, executed by the same methods he inflicted on others. His malevolent spirit is believed to haunt the torture chamber, with reports of cold spots, disembodied voices, and the feeling of being watched. Chillingham Castle's dark past and its numerous ghostly inhabitants make it a must-visit for anyone interested in the paranormal. Its haunted reputation continues to draw visitors from around the world, each hoping to experience the supernatural for themselves. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the stories from Chillingham Castle are sure to send a chill down your spine. Haunted place number 4. The Skirrid Mountain Inn, Wales. As we continue our journey through the most haunted places in the United Kingdom, we find ourselves at the Skirrid Mountain Inn in Wales. Nestled at the foot of Skirrid Mountain, this inn is reputed to be one of the oldest pubs in Wales, with a history stretching back over 900 years. It's not just the age of the building that intrigues visitors, but the tales of ghostly apparitions and eerie occurrences that make it a must-visit for paranormal enthusiasts. The Skirrid Mountain Inn's dark history includes its use as a courthouse and execution site. Legend has it that many convicts were hanged from a beam over the staircase, and it's said that over 180 people met their fate here. This grim past has left an indelible mark on the inn, and many believe that the spirits of those executed still linger within its walls. One of the most notorious ghosts is that of Judge Jeffreys, known as the Hanging Judge. Jeffreys presided over many trials at the inn, and his malevolent spirit is said to haunt the building. Guests have reported feeling an oppressive presence, hearing disembodied voices, and even seeing the spectral figure of a judge in traditional robes. Another frequent sighting is that of the spirit of a young woman named Fanny Price. Fanny was a local who died of tuberculosis at the inn in the 19th century. Her ghost has been seen in various parts of the building, often described as a sad, forlorn figure dressed in period clothing. Some visitors have even claimed to feel a cold touch on their shoulders or hands, believed to be Fanny reaching out from beyond the grave. The Skirrid Mountain Inn is also known for poltergeist activity. Objects are said to move on their own, doors open and close without explanation, and glasses have been known to fly off tables. the staircase where so many were hanged, is a hotspot for paranormal activity, with visitors reporting sudden drops in temperature and the feeling of being watched. With its ancient history and multitude of ghostly inhabitants, the Skirrid Mountain Inn offers a chilling glimpse into a past where justice was often harsh and final. It's a place where the veil between the living and the dead feels remarkably thin, making it an essential stop on any ghost hunter's itinerary. Haunted place number 3, the Red Lion Inn, Avebury, Wiltshire. Our next destination takes us to the Red Lion Inn in Avebury, Wiltshire, a pub steeped in history and surrounded by the ancient stone circle of Avebury, one of the most mystical sites in the UK. This 17th-century inn is not only famous for its location, but also for the numerous ghostly encounters reported by staff and guests over the years. The most famous ghost at the Red Lion Inn is that of Florrie, a tragic figure with a heart-wrenching story. According to legend, Florrie was the wife of a Roundhead soldier during the English Civil War. She was brutally murdered by her husband when he discovered her infidelity, throwing her down a well located within the pub. Florrie's restless spirit is said to haunt the inn to this day. Guests have reported seeing her apparition near the well, now covered with glass, and hearing her mournful cries in the dead of night. In addition to Florrie, the Red Lion Inn is said to be home to several other spirits. The ghost of a coachman is often seen near the entrance, a spectral figure dressed in old-fashioned livery who sometimes appears to be searching for something or someone. Guests have also reported encounters with the spirits of 2 ghostly children who are said to play pranks on visitors, moving objects around and creating mischief. The bar area is another hotspot for paranormal activity. Patrons have experienced sudden drops in temperature, heard inexplicable whispers, and seen objects move on their own. Staff members have also reported feeling an unseen presence and hearing footsteps when the inn is otherwise empty. The Red Lion Inn's location within the ancient and mystical Avebury stone circle adds an extra layer of intrigue to its haunted reputation. Some believe that the powerful energies of the stone circle amplify the paranormal activity within the inn, making it a focal point for ghostly encounters. With its rich history, tragic tales, and frequent reports of supernatural activity, the Red Lion Inn offers a unique and chilling experience. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, a visit to this historic pub is sure to leave you with a sense of awe and perhaps a few goosebumps. Haunted place number 2, the Mermaid Inn, Rye, East Sussex. Our journey now takes us to the enchanting town of Rye in East Sussex, where we find the legendary Mermaid Inn. This historic inn, dating back to the 12th century, is renowned not only for its picturesque beauty, but also for its extensive history of ghostly occurrences. Stepping into the Mermaid Inn feels like stepping back in time, with its timbered rooms, creaky floors, and centuries-old stories of hauntings. The Mermaid Inn's most famous hauntings are linked to its turbulent past, particularly during the 16th century when it served as a favorite haunt of the notorious Hawkist gang, a ruthless band of smugglers. The gang's nefarious activities and violent confrontations left a lasting imprint on the inn, and it's believed that many of their spirits still linger. One of the most frequently reported apparitions is that of a lady in white, believed to be the spirit of a woman who met a tragic end at the hands of the smugglers. She is often seen gliding through the rooms and corridors of the inn, her ghostly figure exuding a sense of sadness and loss. Guests have reported waking up to see her standing by their bedside, her sorrowful eyes staring into the distance before she silently disappears. Another well-known spirit is that of a gentleman dressed in old-fashioned clothing, often seen sitting in front of the fireplace in the bar area. This ghost is thought to be the specter of a former landlord, keeping a watchful eye over his beloved inn. Visitors have reported feeling an icy chill in the room and hearing the sounds of footsteps when no one else is present. Room 16, known as the Elizabethan Chamber, is particularly notorious for its paranormal activity. Guests staying in this room have reported witnessing spectral figures engaged in a duel, believed to be the spirits of 2 smugglers who fought to the death. The ghostly figures are said to pass through the walls and continue their battle, unaware of the passage of time. The atmosphere in room 16 is often described as oppressive, with a feeling of unease that lingers even after leaving the room. The inn cellars are also a hotspot for ghostly encounters. The chilling presence of a ghostly maid has been reported, seen carrying out her duties in the dimly lit passages. Her spectral figure is said to appear and vanish without a trace, leaving witnesses with a sense of eerie disquiet. The Mermaid Inn's combination of historical intrigue and supernatural phenomena makes it one of the most compelling haunted locations in the UK. Its centuries-old walls have witnessed countless stories of love, betrayal, and tragedy, and the spirits that inhabit the inn ensure that its legacy continues to captivate visitors from around the world. Haunted Place Number 1. Hampton Court Palace, London. Our final destination on this eerie journey through the United Kingdom brings us to the grand and imposing Hampton Court Palace in London. This magnificent palace, with its sprawling gardens and opulent rooms, is not only a historical marvel but also a hotspot for paranormal activity. Built in the early 16th century, Hampton Court Palace has been home to some of England's most famous royals, including Henry VIII. Its long and often tumultuous history has left behind more than a few restless spirits. The most famous ghost of Hampton Court Palace is that of Catherine Howard, the fifth wife of Henry VIII. Catherine was accused of adultery and executed at the Tower of London, but her ghost is said to haunt the haunted gallery in the palace. According to legend, Catherine escaped her guards and ran down the gallery, screaming for mercy from her husband, before being captured and taken to her death. Many visitors have reported hearing her chilling screams and seeing her spectral figure running along the gallery, recreating her desperate final moments. Another well-known spirit is that of Jane Seymour, Henry VIII's third wife, who died shortly after giving birth to Henry's long-awaited male heir, Edward VI. Jane's ghost has been seen in the Silver Stick Gallery, dressed in a white robe and holding a lighted taper. She is often spotted on the anniversary of her son's birth, wandering the corridors with a sorrowful expression. The ghost of Sybil Pynn, known as the Grey Lady, also haunts Hampton Court Palace. Sybil was a servant to 4 Tudor monarchs and died of smallpox in 1562. Her ghost was first sighted after her tomb was disturbed during renovations in the 19th century. Visitors have reported seeing her gray-clad figure in various parts of the palace, particularly near the clock court and in the rooms she used to care for as a nurse. In addition to these famous apparitions, the palace is home to numerous other spirits, including a pair of malevolent specters known as Skeletor and a spectral figure known as the Tudor Man. These entities have been captured on CCTV footage, and their appearances have puzzled and frightened staff and visitors alike. The haunted gallery, the chapel, and various other parts of the palace are known for unexplained occurrences, such as cold spots, sudden gusts of wind, and the feeling of being watched. With its rich history and plethora of ghostly inhabitants, Hampton Court Palace offers a hauntingly beautiful glimpse into the past, where the echoes of history resonate through its ancient halls. And there you have it, dear listeners, the 7 most haunted places in the United Kingdom. From the ancient and eerie Borley Rectory to the ghost-filled Hampton Court Palace, each of these locations offers a unique glimpse into the supernatural. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, these stories remind us of the rich tapestry of history and the enduring power of the human spirit. Thank you for joining me on this chilling journey through some of the UK's most haunted places. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, 101 Ghost Stories. Your support helps us continue to bring you thrilling and spine-tingling tales from around the world. Until next time, stay curious, stay spooky, and remember, sometimes the past is closer than we think. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.